guys, it's Sarah Lavender ASMR. Today's video, I have some makeup that I bought a long time ago and I've been saving it for this video. So I was thinking we could do just a makeup review. It's specifically Glossier, but it's not that many. It's four things. So since it's not that many, I thought I could also do like a get to know me video again. So I asked my patrons on Patreon some questions, or rather I asked them if they had any questions for me, and so they commented, and I'm gonna go through them and answer them. Well, most of them. So yeah, a pretty simple video, but I thought it could be fun just to kind of chat a little bit, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that I have is mintbalm.com. So it's basically a chapstick. Not chapstick, like a chapstick. And I got it in the flavor mint because I love mint flavored chapstick. I just like it when it feels super refreshing. And yes, I am sitting on my floor right now. Okay, so it's really cute packaging. So I got this and a lipstick, so I'm gonna put this on first to kind of let my lips absorb it. It's kind of hard to squeeze out. Okay. Okay, I grabbed way too much. Okay. Just kind of. Wow, I really like that. Feels really tingly. It's not too greasy, but it's definitely like a really thick cream salve. Okay, so let's read a question. Okay, so my first one is from Jacob. What was your biggest hobby or interest growing up, and is it the same now? So growing up, I would say my biggest hobby was still art. I drew a lot of Neopets. Do you guys remember that? I bet some of you guys are too young, but it's like a website where you have little like animated pets and you take care of them, and I would draw Neopets all day and like make my own up. So I was really into like horses and cats. Yeah, I was a horse girl. What else? I mean, being outdoors, of course. I was also a lot more into video games as a kid than I am now. My whole family is like really into video games. Like my entire family, like excluding my mom, we would play World of Warcraft together and League of Legends, and like up until I was probably like 20 years old, I was very into gaming. That kind of stopped when I entered college just because like I didn't have the time to game as much. Though I still do appreciate games here and there, but it's hard for me to find the time, but I grew up with it. Yeah, so art, art and nature, that's my two things. Yeah. Wow, it feels kind of like an interview. Ryan asks, what was one book you thought you wouldn't like, but ended up really enjoying. Honestly, I mentioned it in my book video. It's one of my all-time favorite books, East of Eden. Classics are really hit or miss with me. I'm sure that's the same way for everyone, since the reading isn't necessarily so easy to get through. You have to really resonate with some of the themes and the characters. But East of Eden I wasn't expecting to like as much as I did. So a lot of Dickens stuff too, kind of on that classic theme, but like Oliver Twist and A Tale of Two Cities and stuff I liked a lot more than I thought I would. So yeah. Cordelia asks, what got you interested in bouldering and climbing? So my boyfriend and his sister boulder. So yeah, she lives out in Moab, Utah, which is like a huge adventure sport community. And she got him into it and he got me into it. So yeah, we have a local gym here, so it's kind of like a great indoor sport, which is rare. So it's like, I live in the south of the United States, so it gets really hot. So like days when it's 110, it's nice that we can still work out outside of a gym setting, like classic gym, because I don't like just like doing bench presses and stuff. I've never been good at that. So yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try the next makeup. It's their blush, and I'm cheating a little bit because I've bought this blush before. This is my second tube. I just love it. It's my all-time favorite blush. This color works really well with my skin color. So yeah, it's in the shade Dusk. I've actually had a lot of people ask me what blush I'm wearing. And yeah, this is it every single time. I don't wear any other blush. So let's put a little on. This blush, is interesting because it kind of goes on darker than it ends up looking, I think, because you're pressing your cheeks and you get a natural color going. So it's gonna look really intense at first and then it fades. And I am so sorry for how loud the traffic sounds are tonight. I feel like that's just like a hallmark of my channel, is me apologizing for traffic sounds. Okay, so this is what I do. I just like do and kind of like bring it up my cheekbone. I've had some people ask me for like a makeup tutorial, and honestly, I am not qualified to do that. I am not good at makeup. I've never been good at makeup. I didn't start wearing makeup until like I was like 21 or 22, like regularly. Okay. So yeah, I go really hard on the blush sometimes, so I'm gonna do a little bit more, but yeah, I love looking super rosy. Yeah, I make stupid faces too. I'm always like like a chipmunk. Okay. I do have a mirror right here, so it's a tiny little makeup mirror. And I kind of sometimes do like a little here, like a little bit, just to really seem like I'm sun-kissed. So yeah, I would say out of every product of Glossier that I've tried, their blush is the one I would 100% buy again and again. There we go. So let's answer some more questions. So I answered this one in my last Q&A video, but Janie, I think it's Janie or Janny, asks how old I am. So I'm 25. So I've had people comment that I look 40, that I look 18, 17, 16. The 41 was, that hurt. But, yeah, I'm 25. So I'm already dealing with like the midlife crisis that comes, or the quarter life crisis that comes with being over 25 or about to be, which is so silly because I know it's still young, but I can't help but be like, I'm almost 30. Like, Janie asks another question. Did you go to a university? And if so, what did you study? And did you enjoy it? Yes, I did go. I got a degree in mechanical engineering. I did not like it. I feel like I'm very split between creative and type A. So when I say I'm creative, I'm not some, like, my whole life is art and fluid and I'm spontaneous. Like, no, I'm pretty anal about a lot of things. Like, I make a lot of lists. I like order and structure and routine. But I'm getting off track. Yeah, so I was an engineering major. I struggled a lot in university, not so much with the coursework, but the anxiety. I had a lot of test anxiety. So I didn't do well, like, with a very rigorous major, even though it was very interesting. Yeah, kind of like dark days for me, not to be dramatic, but my anxiety was like a 10 out of 10 for like 4 years straight, so yeah. Okay, so Rip X Doc asks, which cartoons did you enjoy while growing up, if any? Any skill or craft you would like to master? So I'll answer the first one first. Shout out to you though, because you've been following me for a really long time, so thank you. What cartoons did I enjoy? So similar to the video game phase of my life, I had a really intense anime phase of my life too. So like as a kid, like a 12-year-old, Naruto and Inuyasha and Bleach and like every anime you could think of. But other than that, what cartoon? SpongeBob, Ed, and Eddie. I mean, I watched a lot of I still watch a lot of cartoons. I really like cartoons. They're like comfort food to me. Like right now I'm rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've seen that literally 3 times through all the way, maybe 4. And I'm making my boyfriend watch it all the way through with me. He's never seen it, so it's hard because we're both adults. Like real adults now, so like the humor falls a little flat sometimes, but it's so nostalgic to me. Oh, I'm cracking all over the place. See, I'm old. Yeah, so there's probably very few cartoons I didn't watch, honestly. Any skill you would like to master? Spanish. I'm trying very hard to learn Spanish right now, and I'm really bad at it. Yeah, well, I'll keep you guys updated on that. I want to do a video in Spanish someday, but I'm just going to be made fun of, I think. My boyfriend speaks Spanish fluently and French, so he's much better at languages than me. So I'm like trying to get him to teach me. Yeah. Anyways. One more and then we'll do another makeup Glossier product. Chris asks, do you hope to actually climb an actual mountain one day? No. I want to get into outdoor climbing more, but like mountaineering, I just don't think I'm hardcore enough for that. I go backpacking and that's like the extent of what I'm willing to put my body through. I mean, maybe once, but like I don't think I could become like a mountaineer, if that makes sense. Okay, so I can finally get some mascara on my eyes because I just realized you guys probably think I look super sick or tired with no mascara on. So I've never bought their mascara before. They call it their lash stick. I have a friend who's really into makeup, and she described it as your lashes but better. So it's like a subtle look. So we'll try that. I have hair hanging off me. Also, the cicadas started their noise outside. So, sorry about my life being so chaotic. It's cute tubing. Do you guys like the sound of cicadas, like in the summertime? I do, except when I'm shooting an ASMR video and then I hate it, but it's another thing that is super nostalgic. Like, I feel like I'm a really nostalgic person. I love thinking about old times and whatever, and that just reminds me of like summertime as a child. Okay, so this is gonna be hard, but here we go. I like it so far. Here, let me answer a question while I'm doing this, so I'm not just putting on mascara in front of you guys. Mark asks, what were some of your favorite memories from growing up in Hawaii? Gosh, I would say camping on the beach at night. They're all kind of related to the beach, like feeding the sea turtles on the beach, the seaweed, and going on hikes up the mountain. And we had our school field trips were really fun. We had a whale watching field trip, a rainforest field trip. Yeah, I think it's kind of like the coolest place you can have an early childhood, because all the stuff that sucks about Hawaii, sucks is a strong word, but is hard about Hawaii living there is when you're an adult. I guess that's true for everything, but like everything is so expensive there. Milk is like $7 a gallon, and that's a bit much, like $6 a gallon, and it's because everything is imported. And also all the political stuff with it is, you don't really learn about it as a kid. And then when I left, I learned a lot about kind of how the US like stole Hawaii from the natives. Like it wasn't an agreement like we were taught. But yeah, that was a bit much, but okay, so that's my mascara. I like it. I think my friend was right that it is like my lashes but better. So yeah, I'm a fan. I haven't really disliked anything, though I do think the Balm.com lip gloss, whatever, I don't know, makeup is a bit expensive for essentially chapstick, but I think my lips are always really dry and cracked, so maybe this will make me keep them healthy. But let's answer another question. Yuda says, would you say you're an introvert or an extrovert? 100% an introvert. Yeah, you could probably tell by me talking about video games and anime and books that I'm a nerd, or I was a nerd. I am a nerd. I like my own company. So yeah, common misconception is that introverts are shy. I'm not really shy. I just like being alone. I get recharged from being alone, which is kind of like the definition of an introvert. So, yes, introverted. Scott says, what would you say the most beautiful place you've ever been is? Lauterbrunnen in Switzerland. I was there when I studied abroad, and I mean, if you Google it, it's just like probably the most beautiful place on earth, or one of them. It's like this giant valley with huge, steep mountains and a bunch of waterfalls. It's amazing. So, yeah, Lauterbrunnen. So everyone in my neighborhood is deciding to drive past my house right now. So here's my last. So this is a lipstick called Generation G, and it's a sheer matte lipstick. So I'm gonna wipe this off a little. Just wipe it on my leg. Okay. So I realize I tap super fast in all of my videos. I'm trying to be better about that. Okay. It smells so good. It smells so good. Like I can't even say like rose, I guess. Okay. So that's really sheer. I like it though. I always kind of get like brown colored things, like they're all kind of like tinted with brown. I think that looks good on my skin color. Okay, so yeah, that's like, this is a half face of Glossier, so I'm wearing some Tarte BB cream, but other than that, I guess it's mostly Glossier, so I like it. The lipstick is a little dry, but I mean, if it's matte, it's gonna be dry, so Samantha says, did you take any classes on painting, or are you self-taught? If you didn't know, I paint and I draw. You can go check that out at sarah.creating, which is my art Instagram account, and I'm trying so hard to finish a painting right now to post on there because I haven't posted in a while, but it's coming. But yeah, classes I took one class in university, an oil painting class. That was my first time with oil, and then prior to that I took basically every year of high school and almost every year of middle school I took an art class. Nothing professional, just like your stereotypical art class in public school, so it was like half useful, half just like goofing around, but it definitely like cemented in me a love for art. And let's answer one more question. Here we go. This one's funny. From Little Bit 101. What do you think about Twitch streaming once you switch from your full-time job to being a full-time ASMR artist? If I switch from my full-time job to making videos and making art full time, which is kind of a dream of mine, but also, like I said, I'm like half left-brained and half right-brained, so I'm a little nervous about that idea. Yeah, I would definitely be interested in Twitch streaming. I've never watched any, and I've never done it before, so I would have to like do a couple trial runs to see if it is a good fit, but I like the idea of live streaming. I'm just intimidated by the technology aspect and also making constant conversation, though I guess that's what I'm doing now. But yeah, just like live stream, you guys will hear my cat meow and just like the chaos of my neighborhood. So, but yes, that'd be fun. I should do that sometime. I'll think about that. But if I didn't get to your question on Patreon, I will reply in Patreon. But thank you guys for submitting those questions, and thanks to everybody for watching this far, and I hope that this long ramble helped relax you or put you to sleep or whatever you're using it for. But yeah, until next time.